Small details that make your home look truly expensive on a budget. Introduction. The secret to creating a high-end look in your home isn't about spending a fortune, it's about knowing which small details make the biggest impact. From thoughtful lighting to textural accents and clever placement of furniture, you can transform any space into something that feels elegant, layered, and intentional. Today, we'll explore how affordable design choices, when done right, can deliver that wow factor without ever breaking the bank. Layered lighting for warmth and depth is one of the most effective ways to elevate a room's atmosphere. Rather than relying solely on overhead lights, combine a mix of table lamps, floor lamps, and wall sconces to create multiple sources of illumination. Choose warm LED bulbs to mimic the glow of candlelight, and pair brass or matte black finishes with linen or glass shades for a refined touch. The layered approach allows you to highlight specific decor pieces, soften shadows, and add visual depth, all hallmarks of a high-end space.
Before we dive back into the previous video, take a moment to subscribe to the Vintage and Rustic Decor YouTube channel if you haven't already. Your support helps us continue sharing beautiful inspirations filled with timeless charm, rustic warmth, and vintage elegance. Don't forget to also like the video and leave a comment, whether it's your thoughts, favorite pieces, or ideas you'd love to see next. Every like, comment, and subscription truly helps our creative community grow and keeps the spirit of vintage and rustic living alive.
Statement hardware on cabinets and doors can instantly change the perceived value of a room. Swap out generic pulls and knobs for hardware in brushed brass, antique bronze, or polished chrome. For a budget-friendly trick, opt for solid-feeling metal pieces with interesting shapes like slim rectangular handles or vintage-inspired crystal knobs. These tactile details catch light beautifully and signal intentional design, making even inexpensive cabinetry look custom. Crown molding and trim work. Frame a room with architectural interest. Simple, affordable molding, painted in the same color as the walls, can make ceilings feel taller and spaces more polished. For doors and windows, adding slender trim creates clean, defined edges, mimicking the craftsmanship seen in luxury homes. This detail works especially well in living rooms and bedrooms, lending an instant sense of elegance without major renovation costs. Textured throw pillows and blankets bring softness and richness to a space. By mixing fabrics such as velvet, faux fur, linen, and chunky knits, you create layers that invite touch and visual intrigue. Stick to a coordinated color palette so the variety and texture feels intentional rather than chaotic. Small touches like fringed edges or decorative tassels elevate the overall look, making a sofa or bed feel curated and inviting. Oversized wall art and mirrors command attention and create a sense of grandeur. One large statement piece, whether an abstract painting, vintage print, or ornately framed mirror, can make a bigger impact than a cluster of small frames. For mirrors, choose those with beveled edges or antique-style frames to bounce light and add depth, especially in smaller rooms. This trick draws the eye upward, making ceilings feel higher and spaces more open. Fresh greenery and floral arrangements infuse life into a home while adding a designer's touch. A single potted fiddle leaf fig or a vase of seasonal blooms placed on a coffee table instantly softens hard lines and fills empty corners. Use ceramic or glass vases in muted tones for a sophisticated base, and group smaller plants together for layered greenery that feels organic yet intentional. Neutral color palettes with strategic accents provide a timeless backdrop that makes any space feel cohesive. Shades like warm beige, soft gray, or creamy white allow furnishings and accessories to shine. Then add pops of color through art, cushions, or rugs in rich jewel tones or earthy hues. This balance of calm neutrals with bold accents creates the kind of understated luxury often seen in designer showrooms. coordinated window treatments instantly signal a well-thought-out design. Floor-to-ceiling curtains in linen, cotton, or velvet elongate the room and add a tailored appearance. For a luxe effect, mount curtain rods higher than the window frame and choose drapery that gently puddles at the floor. Even affordable fabrics, when hung correctly, can create a sophisticated sense of proportion and elegance. Decorative trays. For organization, keep everyday items contained while adding style. On coffee tables, a marble or brass tray can hold candles, coasters, and small vases in a way that feels intentional. In bathrooms, a mirrored tray can display perfumes or hand soaps like a boutique hotel. This small addition brings order to surfaces, making spaces feel less cluttered and more refined. Layered area rugs. Anchor furniture groupings and add dimension to flooring. Start with a neutral jute or sisal rug, then layer a smaller patterned or plush rug on top for contrast. This technique works particularly well in open plan spaces where defined zones are needed. The combination of textures and patterns makes the space feel styled while covering more floor area affordably. Books as decor elements are a designer favorite for adding warmth and sophistication. Stacking coffee table books with attractive spines on shelves, side tables, or consoles creates instant charm. Choose topics that reflect your interests, art, travel, architecture, and top them with small sculptures or candles for an elevated finishing touch. Matte black accents bring modern elegance without overwhelming a space. Swapping light fixtures, curtain rods, or small furniture legs for matte black versions can add contrast and sophistication to otherwise neutral rooms. The deep tone grounds the space while giving it a contemporary edge, making the overall design feel more deliberate. Understated metallic finishes, like brushed gold or antique silver, catch the light without feeling overly flashy. Whether it's a lamp base, picture frame, or side table leg, these subtle metallic details create a sense of richness. The key is moderation. Placing just a few gleaming accents throughout the space allows them to stand out and add quiet luxury. Well-styled open shelving transforms storage into a display. By mixing decorative objects like ceramics, framed photos, and plants with neatly stacked books or baskets, shelves become part of the room's design rather than a purely functional feature. Keeping a consistent color palette and spacing items thoughtfully ensures the look remains curated, not cluttered. Scented candles and elegant holders enhance both the atmosphere and the aesthetics of a room. Choose candles in glass, ceramic, or metallic holders that complement your decor style. Grouping candles of different heights on a tray or mantle creates visual interest, while the subtle fragrance adds an invisible layer of luxury. High contrast trim and doors can create a bold, tailored affect. Painting doors, baseboards, or window frames in a darker shade than the walls, such as charcoal, navy, or deep green, makes architectural features pop. This is a designer's trick to add drama without overwhelming the entire space. Coordinated storage solutions keep visual chaos at bay. Woven baskets, matching bins, and fabric boxes in neutral tones hide clutter while adding texture. Placing them on open shelves, under benches, or inside cabinets creates a harmonious look that still feels warm and inviting. Layered bed styling turns an ordinary bed into a statement piece. Start with crisp sheets, then add a quilt or coverlet, followed by a duvet, decorative pillows, and a throw at the foot. This hotel-inspired approach instantly makes bedrooms feel indulgent and thoughtfully put together. Conclusion. Creating a home that looks expensive on a budget is all about intentionality, choosing textures, colors, and accents that work together to form a cohesive, elevated space. By focusing on these small but impactful details, you can transform each room into a space that feels stylish, welcoming, and far more luxurious than the price tag would suggest.